Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here, and welcome to episode 4 of the Local to Global here with the Rocky Mountain Wrestling Company. So, we sort of figured a few things out last episode. Just want to say thank you again for all the support. You guys have been absolutely smashing the likes. If we can keep that same consistency going throughout the series, I think we'll be doing very, very well as far as the videos go. Make sure you subscribe as well. I think we gained probably about, I don't know, 30, 40 new subscribers just in the past, 2.5, 3 days. So that's been really incredible. Welcome to all the new subscribers as well. And finally, last little plug, down in the description below, we've got the affiliate link there for you guys to go and purchase TEW9. Use the link, helps the channel out, and shows Great Dog Software that you are a supporter of myself. So, with that said, before we started the episode, I checked one thing, and that was popularity for the company in the editor. It does not have the decimal points anymore, which I didn't think it did from 2020 anyway. I think it was taken out for 2020, so that is no more. So we are still 3 popularity. Obviously, didn't change anything in the editor, but we just used it to have a little look and see if we could actually find out if we were, a decimal point above or below, or sort of where we were to try. And I'm trying to wrap my head around the whole free tickets maximum popularity you can gain in a month at the moment. Anyway, with that said, let's start advancing because I just want to get straight into the next show. Of course, at the end of episode 3, which I recorded this morning, probably about 5 hours ago, we also locked in normal ticket pricing for this particular event. So our special big event for the month of April, we're going to be running with normal ticket pricing. And we're doing that so we can have a little bit of an experiment and find out if, well, for one, how much money we're going to make with normal tickets at this point, 3 popularity, which is, it's not going to be much. I'm assuming maybe 20 to 30 people in attendance, probably about half or just under half what we started getting, which was about, then we got, was it 68 or 66 on the last show? I think it was like 68. So if we can get about 30, about half, just under half, we'll be doing good. And I think it was $7 per ticket at the level of popularity that we're at now. So essentially what that means is we'll gain, if we do a bit of quick maths, it'll probably be about 210 purely for the attendance. Obviously, we gain a little bit of merchandise money as well. Now that we've actually gone up in size, like the popularity size, not up in size. I shouldn't phrase it like that. We've gone up to 3 popularity. We actually gained slightly more money from merchandise as well. So it'll be interesting. We're also not currently upgrading merchandise, which might be a little bit of a mistake, but I can't see us in the next 10 weeks being able to spend an extra $750 per month. I think that might ruin us because we're already sort of in a little bit of a bad position. I wouldn't say we're in sort of turmoil or anything like that with the financial situation, but I definitely needed to do what I did last episode and really sort out the roster, but also prevent Pistol Pete Hall from costing us $500 per appearance, which essentially it probably would have killed the company. I think the company would have gone bankrupt had we kept on that trajectory. And I think potentially now, I think we're safe. I think if we take a couple of months off, or we run maybe 1 event per month with ticket pricing on, I think we'll do okay, and we'll be able to claw it back as we continue to improve our popularity as well. So I don't think it's we're not in like a dire situation. We're not panicking yet. I think it was good at episode 3 to make those changes and prevent ourselves from, I guess, continuing to hemorrhage money, which is sort of what we were doing. We were, I guess, more or less throwing away. We're essentially doubling what we needed to do in relation to how much money we needed to actually spend. And a bit smarter roster signings originally probably would have prevented some of that. But then at the same time, obviously, Pistol Pete Hall being the avatar that we're using, he was very, very expensive, which makes sense because he's got some good stats. He's probably one of the better, I guess. He's technically not a road agent, but he has really good stats to be a road agent as well. We've got High Flying Hawaiian there. I haven't actually checked him out. He was always one of my favorites. He's got 93 star quality there. I think back on my CZCW personal save before I started doing videos, he was my figurehead for my company for CZCW. So he's very, very good. Anyway, he's with SWF now at the moment, so we won't worry about that too much. We are ready for Lockdown. Now, Lockdown's supposed to be a steel cage match. Ooh, okay. We will do a steel cage match. I have no idea how much extra that's going to cost us. I guess we'll just have to work it out. So let's get into it. And again, normal ticket pricing. So hopefully the money we make on ticket sales, we can hopefully use to actually pay off the steel cage cost. I really need these to start rising. Really need a better economy for ourselves. Probably part of the problem as to why we're losing so much money, and we're not really, I guess, making money is probably the thing that we need to worry about, because with the finances like that, or the economy like that, I should say, we're going to be earning very minimal sponsorship money, which is ideally a lot of what's gonna keep us afloat. Anyway, let's spend some more creative energy. Surefire hit for an angle with Blue Dragon. Blue Dragon doesn't really have any entertainment skills, so that's kind of useless. Yeah, it's kind of useless, I guess. How much more have we got, actually? We've got 89. I think we'll keep the 89. We've also got the other... we've actually got another creative idea to use as well. Anyway, Jason Patterson, Pistol Pete Hall have been hanging out together a lot recently. Okay, it's good, I guess. We'll address the locker room. Again, just some more team bonding. It's all strengthened, so that's good. Happy with that. And we are good to go. So, main event, let's book it first. Singles match, we've got our new #1 contender. It is Texas Hangman, and he will be taking on Harvey Robinfield for the RMW Heavyweight Championship. I'm going to give it 20 minutes. I think it's a bit of a risk, but we're going to go with it at the moment. How much longer? If I go back, let me go back to the main screen here. And then we need to find... I don't know if we can actually go into it at this point in time. Still have medical on here? Or did they get rid of it? Because you can probably find it elsewhere. Let's go roster. Unless I'm just completely missing it myself. Is it down the bottom somewhere? No. Okay, let me have a look. So Robinfield, injured. Okay, so it's there, but it doesn't tell you. I was hoping that it would actually tell me. Yeah, I was hoping it would tell me what his injury is going to be. Okay, so 20. So he's essentially got another full month, which let's just get rid of him. Let's pull the pull the plug on Harvey Robinfield. We can get rid of him now. I want my championship back, essentially. So we'll run with it. We'll go a 20-minute match. Texas Hangman going to become our new champion We'll slow build it. We'll make it decisive as well. And we shall run with that match. Need to put the title on the line, though. That'd be important. RMW Heavyweight Champion. And that title is on the line. We'll do an angle here as well, real quick, which will be 4 minutes promo. And let's have Texas Hangman onto Harvey, I guess. That's perfectly fine. Let's go with this. So Hangman tells Harvey he will fulfill. Tells Harvey he is, let's go like this, is just maybe is the final stepping stone to filling his destiny by becoming RMW heavyweight RMW champion. Essentially, we'll write the rest in once we get it in here. So angle saved, live generic, scripted, and heavyweight champion. Cool. Do we have any? We do. Ooh, angle idea, safe bet. Let's use it. We may as well. Yeah, we'll give that 4 minutes. That's perfectly fine. All right, rest of the matches. What are we going to do here? Probably want to give Jules a victory. But we've only got 3 faces at the moment. We need another face. So I'll probably make a signing here. I did say I was going to try and sign someone this episode as well, sort of as a replacement. We've finally got his momentum for Patterson back up to cooled. Actually, you know what? Let's go Jules Knight. We'll do this. We'll grab, where is he? Flying Patriot. Welcome back. We'll negotiate with him, make him a face. Bang. I know he's terrible, but we'll give him a proper match. I won't make it open, but we'll have Patriot take on Jules Knight for 12 minutes. Give Jules Knight the victory there. Okay. Alrighty, apologies for that. My groceries just got delivered. So where were we? Jules Knight going over Flying Patriot. Perfect. And then we'll try and praise Jules Knight as well. We'll see if we can make sure we do something about his morale issues. But yeah, hopefully a little bit of momentum there. That's sort of the thought process behind me bringing in Flying Patriot. We might bring in some of the other guys, but I know Flying Patriot is only going to be that $30, which I'm perfectly fine with. Who else should we go with? Montero versus Jack Pride. Yeah, so Chili for Phil Anders as well, which is not great. We can do this. Let's do a tag team match. I know we should probably be reducing costs, but let's do Patterson and Montero taking on the debuting Jerry Pepper and primetime Jack Pride. The JPs going at it. I guess teaming up with each other. We'll give them 12 minutes. We'll give Patterson the win, and then we'll make the loser Pepper. He's on debut. He can lose. It's perfectly fine. We'll script that one. Clean win. And Montero continues to get some victories. With that being said, who are we going to make the road agent for this? Yeah, because he cannot road agent his own matches, unfortunately. We'll just go Jules Knight, I guess, because he's involved in the other match there. So I think what we'll do is No, I was going to say work the crowd, but we won't do that. I think we'll do an angle with Pepper and Jack Pride. So let's do that. Quick angle, 4 minutes, promo. We'll go backstage for this one because the other one is in the ring. So Primetime Jack Pride and Jerry Pepper just together. Pride and Pepper create a maybe an informal alliance ahead of their match, ahead of their tag team match here tonight. Perfect, nice and easy. Angle scripted. Copy that, paste that, perfect. Save those details and book the angle. Realistically, we can still go one more match, and we do have Blue Dragon, and we don't have Blue Dragon. He must be with WLW tonight. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's pretty much the show then, really. We're only going to run with 3 matches tonight. What I might do is we'll bring this one back, and I'll have Jules and Flying Patriot work the crowd for that one. I think that looks a little bit better. Yep, perfectly fine. Obviously, you've got the injury there for Harvey Robinfield. Hopefully, it doesn't tank the main event too much. There is a decent chance that it could ruin it. We also have the creative idea, don't we? So let's make sure we use those. Surefire, creative finish. Hopefully, it'll give the match a little bit of a boost because it's probably going to need it. And 20 minutes is a long time for an injured party to be taking place in a match. So here we go. We'll run the show. We start off with a 33 rated singles match. We've got Jules Knight defeating Flying Patriot in 11:49 by pinfall with a time for bed. Good old Jules Knight, the Night. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with 33. Work the crowd. We've got a gimmick here. Adequate there for the re-debut of Flying Patriot. Of course, I don't know, the gimmick they get every single time they come in for the one night only appearance. We actually got 47 people. I just noticed that up the top there. 47 people for our show here tonight. Oh, I forgot to make it a steel cage. We can go back and change it. Let me go back and change it. I did forget. So 1v1 cage. I've gone past it already. Cage modern. Perfect. Book. Yep. All right, we're done. All right, back in we go. So we then go into a 19 rated angle here where we have Pride and Pepper, and they create an informal alliance ahead of their tag team match here tonight. So yeah, sort of shake hands, stare each other in the eyes, give each other a nod, and essentially talk it out between themselves backstage. And we've got Jerry Pepper debuting his Weasley Jackass gimmick, getting an initial rating of very good for that one as well. So happy stuff, and it's going to get better over time. So positive. It's only a 19. I guess Jerry Pepper doesn't actually have any popularity. I was hoping Jack Pride's entertainment skills might have bumped it up a little bit, but we get the old stinky red rating there with a 19. So it's 1 point away from a 20, which goes back up to yellow. But that's perfectly fine. Their tag team match does relatively well. We get a 27. Unfortunately, there's zero chemistry between the other party. But we do have Jason Patterson and Roger Montero defeating Jerry Pepper and Primetime Jack Pride in 12:26 when Jason Patterson pinned Jerry Pepper with an Oklahoma Stampede. Good match there. Jerry Pepper with a 32 was actually the best performer in this match, interestingly enough. So we might be pushing Jerry Pepper a little bit harder than I thought we were going to. He did take the pinfall loss in this match on debut. He's also getting better at his gimmick as well there. But as you can see, Jason Patterson and Roger Montero have absolutely zero chemistry as partners. So yeah, they were pretty terrible together, and it dragged the rating down a little bit. And then of course, Jules Knight was the road agent, so struggled a little bit, but that's perfectly fine. Good to know that Jerry Pepper's actually that good. I'm pretty pleased with that. We then move into a 28 rated angle, and we have Texas Hangman cutting a promo, and he tells Harvey Robinfield that he is the final stepping stone to fulfilling his destiny by becoming the RMW heavyweight champion. And the angle idea was a success for this one, so hopefully back-to-back successes with the match finish here as well. So here we go, main event for Lockdown in a steel cage match, which I did luckily remember to change. And it bombs. Oh my, what is with the injuries right now? I even changed it. I put it on low. Oh my god. It's the curse of the RMW heavyweight title. Anyway, we get a 23 rated main event, so very, very bad. Consider it's not a terrible rating, but it's not great for a main event. And we have Texas Hangman defeating Harvey Robinfield in 2010 by pinfall with a chokeslam. And we have Texas Hangman winning the RMW heavyweight title. However, Texas Hangman, he sustained a chronic shoulder pain. Or he sustained chronic shoulder pain as a result of this match as well. And then they both had an injury, which took a big toll on the match. So there we go, I guess. I don't know. I'm assuming it's probably going to be a Harvey Robinfield botch. That would be my guess anyway. Very frustrating. The creative finish was a success as well, so that even helped the match rating out there. Yeah, working injured, low morale there for Robinfield as well. Penalised or disrupted for injury, and then working injured as well for Hangman. So much going wrong in this match. So double injuries, and then we get a third penalty for this segment being penalised as it was disrupted by injury. And then it got a bonus for the creative finish. So all over the place was that main event. I knew it was going to not be super good, but I was thinking a 30 might have been in order. 17 in-ring performance there from Harvey. Oh, God. All right, we might have to give Hangman a bit of a rest. Let's finish our show. Yeah, chronic shoulder pain in this match. And Robinfield with heat backstage after he injured Hangman with a botched move. Lovely. That means they probably don't like each other now. We get a 26 overall show rating, which did not result in any popularity changes. So that's perfectly fine. So I'm thinking we go back to one show per month. There's no point in us wasting money unless we do 2 shows. I think one show per month is probably the best way of going about it. Limit our expenses, and hopefully with the free tickets we maximize our popularity gains without incurring any additional costs. But yeah, 26, it's not great. It is what it is. It is as a result of that bad main event. But let's go Texas Hangman, and who else was good? Let's go Jerry Pepper. Because Harvey's going to be leaving, so that's perfectly fine. Injury review. Okay, 69 days can be worked through, though. Very unfortunate. We're probably not going to be able to use him in the main event now for some shows. But then again, if we go back to one show per month, that's essentially just 2 months, I think. It'd be close to 2 months. That's perfectly fine. Financial report, look at that. 370 for our worker cost. And it was 340 for the show cost. But I'm assuming that might have been the steel cage match, the production that it would have cost to run that. And yeah, 75 for marketing. Merchandise is a little bit lower because we had less fans through the door. However, you look at ticket sales, we got 329. So that nearly covers our worker cost. I mean, you put both ticket sales and merchandise together, and all of a sudden we're paying for our workers. So yeah, I'm thinking one show per month, at least for the next maybe 2 or 3 months. And then as a result of that, we might be able to run 2 normal ticket priced shows in a month. So yeah, obviously we didn't gain any popularity as a result of that show. So what I think we could do, because you gain less popularity with a normal ticket priced show, if you run 2 of those, hopefully my thought process is we'll be gaining the same amount of money as the same amount of popularity as we would get from running a 1 free ticketed show. Hopefully that'll equate to 2 normal ticket price shows. Because if we can do that, we'll obviously negate a lot of the money we spend for our workers with the fans paying for their tickets. Anyway, Blue Dragon finishing his tour there for WLW, where we're going to need Blue Dragon for the main events going forward. And then Harvey Robinfield has left. So our first ever champion left the company. And what a way to do it. He's left by injuring the new champion. So he was injured as a result of winning the title, and he's now injured the next champion in Texas Hangman. So yeah, he's going to be out for just over 2 months as well. Same exact injury. So yeah, make of that what you will. I just want to check WLW. So Samurai Boy defeating Blue Dragon on the main card. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. What's his Japanese popularity? Oh, he's got 23 and then 20 all across the other regions. It's a bit of a yikes, that one. Yeah, he might not be long for American wrestling at the moment. Anyway, okay, so Jack's also got morale issues now as well as a result of causing an injury. So there we go. Was it Jack that caused the injury to Robinfield? I think it might have been. Anyway, let me. I want to check Texas Hangman here for a second. Let's. Where is it? What am I looking for? Personal details. Oh no. So I thought he might have had morale issues there with Harvey Robinfield, but no issues. I was going to say we give him a month paid time off, but I don't think we can really afford to do that, to be honest. Okay, let's work this out. So, what we're going... Let me have a look at the finances here, first and foremost. So we got 167 from sponsors. We did 2 shows, which is 106 from merchandise. So if we halve that, I think, what did we just get? We got about 50, just under 50 for merchandise as a result of that last show with normal ticket pricing. And then you halve the costs, the show costs, and we essentially get the value of running 1 show per month. I actually think we would be very, very close to breaking even at this point, with the worker costs that we have at the moment. So I'm pretty confident that if I go back to free ticket sales and we keep trying to push up a point of popularity each month with only 1 show, we'll be doing good, essentially. So let me make this dormant, the climb. The climb's probably going to be our TV show name in the near future anyway, so We won't worry about that too much. And yeah, let me advance the end of the month, at least, so I can sort of suss out how much we've actually lost for that month in particular, because it's not going to be as bad as the month previous. And then I have to remember to change ticket pricing back. So we'll do that as well. Because I want to go free. I want to go one event per month. And we just try and see if we can push 1 point of popularity per month. As long as we can do that, I think we'll be in a good position. I think it was just that first month that sort of didn't allow us to gain that point of popularity. I think we're working it out though. I think we've, well, especially last episode with all the workers we said goodbye to, and obviously, actually, we need to bring in workers. So I'm glad I only advanced 6 days here, because we're going to need to bring in 2 new workers essentially. We need a face. Actually, I think we might need 2 faces because we didn't replace Kato, and then we've also got to get a heal as well there to replace Harvey. So yeah, because essentially Jerry Pepper was the replacement for original Sinner, who was a heal, but we didn't grab another one in the premise, and we didn't grab one for Kato exiting either. So yeah, I think we need a face, we need a heal. I might try and get someone that is of a similar nature to Montero, someone that could be a road agent with relatively good psychology as well. So there we go. We lost 1734 last month. So marketing wasn't too bad. We still paying for merchandise? I think we started the upgrade there, so it took $250 for that 1 week, even though we didn't actually do anything with it. I think it still took that out of our finances. That is what I'm assuming, unless the 250 was just for the cost of producing the merchandise. I have no idea. Production's going to just keep going up the bigger we get, which will incur further costs down the line, but that's perfectly fine. The show costs, it's going to go back to about $330-ish, maybe $350 as a result of the one show. And I'm assuming the marketing will go back to $75 because we're only marketing for one show, which will be good. And yeah, for about $440 or $450 for workers, I mean, that's pretty damn close. Pretty damn close. All right. Let's have a look at workers real quick. What's the other region? I know there's another region that we can get out of. So Southwest. Let's check Southwest for workers. We want wrestlers to hire. Perfect. Male. Pretty much any age. Got Aces High. Al Coleman. He would be a good one. Does have that psychology. He's got a mercenary personality type. I'm assuming that's pretty bad. But Al's very good. I have used him before. He's sort of the perfect age as well. And he's got 28 popularity in the Northwest. He would immediately come in as our most popular worker. How much? 50. All right, we have to. We literally, I hate the mercenary personality, but for that price, 50 per week with that popularity, that is insane. So we've got our heal. And now all we need to do is grab a face. American Machine, he's 1,000 per week. We're not going to be able to afford him, but assuming he's got very good popularity, there we go. Patriot, 30 per show. Very good. Very good indeed. Only 30 per show. Cell phone mask with 89 prestige. He has no popularity though, but and we don't really care about the popularity at this point in time. I think he might be the option. Of course, we only recently lost one of our masked workers, so we could essentially get another one in. Artful Dodger. He's not too bad either. Not too bad. We've got Brett Biggins as well. It's obviously the much worse Biggins between the two, with the other one being in TCW at the moment. Again, until we go up in size, I don't really want to be signing workers that work for other companies. I know we did it for TEW, but yeah, it's just something I don't really want to do it, if I'm being perfectly honest. Who's this guy? Gary Militich. He's actually out of the dojo, the USA WWA dojo. Essentially like a brand new worker that's generated into the game. He's a high flyer as well. I kind of like him. He's got 87 star quality, really good entertainment stats. I mean, his consistency is terrible, and his safety is very low, which is obviously not good. He's only got 22 stamina as well, so he's not going to be able to do a match longer than about 6 minutes. We will shortlist him though. He's only 20 per week, so could be a very good jobber for us. Greg Black, but that's 900 per show. He's got a lot of popularity. Who else have we got? I don't like spending too much time trying to work out unwilling or unable to negotiate. Interesting. Wonder why that is. Got Mark Smart, usually a babyface as well. I know he's relatively good. He might be the option, Mark Smart. Let me shortlist him just in case I don't come back to him, but I think he might be the option at this point. Nathaniel Casino, gonna be 40 per show. He's actually relatively good as well. Very good in-ring worker. He's actually very good all round. Ooh, I think we might go with Casino then, because he's actually better in ring. We'll check everybody else, but I think we'll go with Nathaniel Casino. Ooh, Cavalero. I did mention Cavalero previously. I don't know. We could go with Remy Sky. I know he's 38 years old now. Does he still have his issues with drugs? He's a free spirit, but doesn't really mention anything about drugs in here. So maybe. And he's a proper babyface as well. And he's got 22 pop. All right, we have to. Remy Sky. I didn't think I'd be signing Remy Sky ever again, if I'm being perfectly honest. Obviously had a lot of issues with drugs in the previous versions. He might still. I have no idea. But at this point in time, he's going to be very, very useful for us. So let's advance. No travel costs on those guys either. So very beneficial. And both of them essentially come in as our two best workers. So realistically, we're going to put them in the main event together and see how they do. We might even just run that match in the main event on back-to-back shows, to be honest. Because we're going to get some decent ratings out of it, so we may as well. All right, so there is Al Coleman coming in as a heel, and then we're just waiting on Remy Sky as well. So we shall keep advancing. They're two big signings. I know they're both very experienced, 37 and 38 years old. It's sort of a bit of a different contrast to the workers we've been trying to sign, but they're both unattached. They're not with any company in the game at the moment, so I essentially don't see why we wouldn't want to sign them. And here is Remy Sky, kind of looking like a Jeff Hardy. I think he's pretty much the Jeff Hardy of the C-verse, if that makes sense, without actually, I guess, achieving what Hardy has done in real life. So, yeah. The prestige of the heavyweight title there has also gone down. Robin Field with one defense. I love seeing the one defense there. I would have really regretted having that not be, or having that be zero defenses. It would have looked bad. So I'm glad I did what I did. I know it was a terrible main event, and obviously it caused Texas Hangman to get injured, but I think it was pretty necessary. And I think, when we come back to look at the title prestige and lineage down the line, I think it'll be important to see at least one defense on there. He was successful, and then, Texas Hangman's come in and taken his title off him, essentially fulfilling his destiny. But now we've got a couple of new heads around, a couple of debutantes. With Texas Hangman out injured, he's going to have a couple of competitors on his hands. I could even see like a triple threat match between the three of them, being a really good quality match. So that's something to think about in the future. I mean, realistically, you probably want Al Coleman being the next champion if we're going to sort of think about booking down the line. And Coleman's got he might be the best worker we have. It's probably pretty close between him and Remy Sky, but he's definitely got the most popularity. He's got 28 pop in our region, and I think Remy had 22 or 23. So it's close, but yeah, he definitely falls slightly behind. And we are advancing again. The advancement once per month towards essentially what is 30 days in total. It is a lot. It is a lot. What I might do is I'm going to pause it. I'm going to pause the recording right here. Alrighty. Well, I'm glad I did actually pause that. So that took a little while. I might do that going forward as well. Let me know what you guys think. Obviously, you have to sit there and hear me rambling for 3 or 4 minutes at a time. But let's get into it. So I've got Reach for the Sky, which is pretty funny. So we're going to make the debut, or have the debut of Remy Sky in our Reach for the Sky event. That's pretty fitting. But let's do this before we advance. Let's go to ticket prices. Events back down to free. Hopefully we will gain that point of popularity and get it up to 4 in the Northwest. So just want to double check Coleman's popularity. Yep, so 28, and then Remy is 22 in the Northwest. Okay. Let us advance to the next show, and we'll get into it. So nobody's getting the night off. We are going to be in Wyoming. The wrestling industry is back up to average, so that's good. Okay, interesting. Pre-show incident. Despite his best efforts to make alternate arrangements, Blue Dragon has been stranded at the airport and will not be able to make the show. That's annoying because I was going to put him in the main event against Al Coleman for this one. We will do something else. Creative finish. Bit of a gamble. Okay, not perfect. Bit of a gamble. Done. Creative angle. Surefire hit for Texas Hangman. Okay. And that it doesn't expire till December, so that's perfect. So surefire. Oh, not doorfire. Surefire for that one. That's really good. That can be his returning angle to the company. Because I think I'll leave him off. I might even leave him off, give the night off for the next show. So he doesn't get upset. What do we got here? Okay, this was what I was a little bit worried about. Al Coleman's mercenary personality. So Al Coleman almost get into a fight with Roger Montero after he caused some damage to his rental car and refused to pay it. We're going to go stern warning, I think. All right, nothing noteworthy resulted from it. So nobody's upset at me, which is great. That's probably the best outcome there. And we shall address the locker room. What do we got? We'll just go some more bonding. Not as many. Not as many. Okay. Myself and Hangman, myself and Pepper, and then Al Coleman and Hangman, Al Coleman and Patterson. Jack Pride and Patterson, Montero and Jack Pride, Kenny and Hangman, and then Remy Sky and Dale Kenny, the referee. So, not terrible, but that's a lot lower than it used to be. So, concerning. Concerning. Main event. So, I was going to do Al Coleman versus Remy. We won't do that for this one. We'll do it for next show. But let's do Al Coleman against, I guess, Roger. Roger's probably a good one to do. What's Roger's popularity here? 14. Yeah. Oops, did not mean to do that. So Roger versus Al. 20 minutes on that one as well. I guess if we do it this way, I suppose I could probably use Remy. I know it's only 62, but he's probably got a lot better experience. So we'll run him as the road agent. Coleman to win. We'll go open, script, and decisive. Actually, we'll go tainted. Let's have a tainted finish. Coleman cheating to win. Bit of tension between them anyway with the rental car, so it makes sense. And we do a slow build. We did not do a slow build. Let's do a slow build on it because they both have pretty... Actually, we could probably call this match. I'm going to call it. I'm going to risk it. I know Coleman has 70 psychology. 71, actually. And then Montero's got 68. So he's not far off being able to call a 20-minute match. So let's do that. I like it. Up next, we'll have the debut of Remy Sky. Remy Sky versus Jules Knight. Could be a very, very good match. I'll give this one 16 minutes as well. Because there's a good fair bit of psychology in this one as well. So we'll script, slow build, clean win that one as well. Very nice. I like that. I suppose we could technically ask Coleman to be a road agent as well with his 71 psychology. What's his other stats look like? The respect and stuff. 100 experience, 76 respect, and 82 reputation. So that's not terrible. That might even be higher than Montero. It is. So he's got 100 reputation, Montero, but he's only got 50 respect. So I think it'd probably be more beneficial having Al Coleman be a road agent. Although in doing that, we're probably going to not be able to use Coleman because we're going to be wanting to use Coleman in the main event. So disregard that. We'll stick with Montero for now. What about Jules Knight? He's only young, so I'm going to assume that he's not going to have... Yeah, so he's only got 48 experience, 50 respect. But he does have 100 reputation, which is pretty cool. Good resilience there as well. All right, next match. What are we doing for this one? Let's have Pepper take on Patterson. Give that one 12 minutes, and we'll give Jerry Pepper the win. He was very impressive on that last show. We'll give him a clean win. I know a clean win for a heel. It's not really what we do around here, but yeah. And then finally, Jack Pride versus Phil Anders, heel versus heel. And we'll give that one 12 minutes as well, with primetime Jack Pride winning the match. We'll keep it tainted. Go with DQ finish. So Anders is going to get disqualified to round us off. I'll make that the work the crowd match. And then we want to give someone an angle. So can Coleman speak? He can. So I think we'll do a... Do we do a Coleman angle or do we do a Remy angle? We might do Remy instead, actually. We can do both. Let's do both. We'll do both. So we'll do a quick little 4-minute angle for each of them. We'll go Coleman's in the ring on Roger, I guess. Coleman is going to put Montero through some serious pain here tonight. That works pretty well. We'll make that angle scripted. Copy and paste that as well. That'll go pre-main event. And then I want to do another one for Remy backstage. Just Remy by himself. Remy debuts at the most fitting pay-per-view for, I guess, in Rocky Mountain Wrestling, being Reach for the Sky. Cool. That'll just be a nice little 4-minute angle there for him as well. Save that, script that, and do the old copy-paste. Beautiful. It's going to take us over time, but we can sort that out very quickly by just lowering a couple of these. Lower that one down. There we go. We're at time. Perfect. Alrighty, let's run the show. That looks like a really good show for this week. Okay, so no storylines are being advanced. So what we need to do is add Coleman into that one and Remy into that one as well. That should hopefully improve it. Alrighty, so still not currently advancing any storylines. If I put Jack Pride into this one, let me I'll remove him from the main event. Maybe even Patterson. Actually, let me add in this one. We need to add Dale Kenny into this one. And then mid-carders will add in both Pepper and Pride. Okay, that works out a lot better. So that should solve that problem 100%. Yep, perfect. All right, let's run the show. So we start off with a 22 rated opening match where we have primetime Jack Pride defeating Phil Anders in 10 minutes 17 by disqualification. So Anders gets a steel chair, hits Jack Pride, referee Dale Kenny sees it, and he calls the match by DQ. Good stuff. Jack Pride getting a nice win, even if it is via DQ. I think I did tainted for that one anyway. Anyway, we move into a 32 rated match. Pretty good one this week, actually. We have Jerry Pepper defeating Jason Patterson in 11:52 by pinfall with a pile driver. I've noticed we got JP for Jerry Pepper, JP for Jason Patterson, and then JP for Jack Pride. The JPs are here in Rocky Mountain Wrestling. Anyway, 32, very good match. 32 for Pepper once again, and then Patterson doing some decent work himself with a 29. All right, we then go into a 31 rated angle here where we have Remy Sky debuting. He debuts at the most fitting pay-per-view in Rocky Mountain Wrestling, being Reach for the Sky. And it's held in front of 72 people in Wyoming. Our tent and our chair space is getting bigger and bigger. He debuts his Surfer Dude gimmick in getting an initial rating of adequate, so not the best, but still it's pretty good. It's good enough and still likely to rise over time. So I'm happy with that. We go into his debut match, which gets well, it's unfortunate, but it gets us a 33 anyway. And we have Remy Sky defeating Jules Knight in 1602 by pinfall with a Skydiver. A lot better name than I was going to say it was. So yeah, beats him with a Skydiver, and then Remy Sky and Jules Knight just don't seem to click. So a bit of negative chemistry there for those two as well. Unfortunate. It is what it is. We can't do anything about it, and we're just going to have to move on. Did get the crowd white hot though this match. So it seems like the fans do indeed like Remy Sky. We then go into a 35 rated angle. I think that's our best ever angle we've had in the company. And we have the debut of Al Coleman as well. And he says he's going to put it's supposed to be Montero. Going to put Montero through some serious, I didn't fill in the rest of it, but some serious pain here tonight. He says he's gonna cause some serious damage and put Montero essentially through the ringer, and he's going to stretch him out, use his technical ability, and debuts his Mr. Submission Man gimmick. Mr. Submission, and it gets an initial rating of adequate. Sorry, of great. Adequate was Remy Sky. Holy dooly, that's a lot of cons for his gimmick. So we got a small penalty to psychology during matches, a large penalty to charisma during both matches and angles, and then some comic relief, comedy gimmick, comedy bout type stuff. So a very serious gimmick for Mr. Submission. And yeah, it's great. So it's perfect. And of course, this angle leads us into the main event, which will be Coleman versus Montero. And it does very, very well for us. We get a 44 rated angle. Al Coleman defeating Roger Montero in 20 minutes, 6 seconds by submission with an ankle brace after blatantly cheating. So yeah, Coleman cheats to win, gets a big win via submission over Roger Montero. On debut, 46 in-ring performance. That is massive. I can't believe that 44 is bigger than I thought it would be. I thought maybe it'd be like 38 to 40s, somewhere in there. But a 44, him versus Remy Sky is going to be a very, very good match indeed. Yeah, what can I say? Very, very happy with that match. That was quite good. Overall show rating, we get a 40 rated show. A green rated show. You love to see it. And it does increase our popularity in the Northwest region. That's a good show. Again, nothing stinky in there. No red angles or matches. Every segment just kind of looks pretty good. Even the opening match between two very young, inexperienced workers was still a 22, which I'm happy with. All right, let's address the locker room. Let's point out. So Jules needs one, and then I think we'll just go Al Coleman, to be honest. And hopefully we'll do some good stuff with getting Jules away from his morale issues. Obviously, no income from ticket sales. We get 58 for merchandise, but worker cost is only $330. Show cost of $332, and then marketing. So we've only spent $679 there. And I feel like with ticket sales, we would be very, very close to actually, breaking even. And the more popularity we get, the more fans we're going to attract as well to our shows. And we do indeed get that popularity point increase. We are now up to 4 popularity in the Northwest as a result of that show. Good stuff. We're making progress. We're making progress. And I think we will stick with the one pay-per-view or one event per month with our free tickets, for now at least. If we can try and get to maybe like 8 or 10 popularity, we might be able to run the double ticketed events. And we might be able to maybe even turn a profit by that time. So that's what, potentially 6 or 7 months away. You know, as long as we sort of get 1 point of popularity per month. So we'll just have to wait and see how long it takes, I guess. Yeah, very happy with that. Very happy. Very good way to end the episode. We've sort of, I think we started off really well. Spending a lot of money though, which was frustrating. We had a little bit of a middle there through episode, I guess 3. It was a bit of a stinky episode as far as, you know, show results and match results and ratings and stuff like that. But I think now we're trending back upwards. Al Coleman, Remy Sky, 2 massive signings. We've literally cut all the dead wood that were costing us heaps of money through travel costs, and I think honestly we look pretty damn good. We've got Battle in the Asylum 2022 up next, which I did actually want to run sort of like a tournament. So I think what we'll do is we're going to go into this, and I'm going to make it an hour and a half long. So it's going to be slightly longer than the rest of the show. And I think hitting the peak, we're going to make that an hour and a half as well, because that's going to be our end of season finale, our sort of big WrestleMania type show that we big Starcade style show, the sort of spectacle for Rocky Mountain Wrestling. Anyways, that is going to be the end of the episode, guys. Make sure you smash a like if you haven't done so already, and subscribe to the channel. Do appreciate all the new subscribers to the channel. And yeah, make sure you turn the notification bell on. And if you are buying TEW9, if I've convinced you with how good of a game it is, make sure you use that link down in the description below, and that'll take you over to where you can purchase the game. And apart from that, guys, as always, take it easy and goodbye.